There can be a lot of strange messages that we get as a form of, justification of receiving abuse. And I think we need to do an EFT tapping just to release a little bit of the stress around this. So taking full responsibility for your own well-being and repeating after me. Let's go with the flow. Let's begin to tap. Even though I receive a lot of mixed messages from people with very closed minds who feel it's my responsibility to change how they live in their life. And I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Even though some of these messages might be, why am I being so sensitive? Perhaps I should stop being so sensitive. Well, okay then. I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Even though people tell me these messages without really stopping to think what they're trying to say. As I've closed their minds, which actually makes it hard to receive any more information within. And I'm open to loving and accepting myself. Stop being so sensitive. I'm being told to stop so sensitive. I'm not allowed to be sensitive to people's insensitive actions towards me. I'm not allowed to have a response. I'm not allowed to have a self-defense. Because me having sensitivities to wrong being done to me is a huge inconvenience to a person who now has to deal with this. So it's my duty to not be sensitive to their insensitive actions. And over time, if I follow this advice, this not so smart advice, if I deny myself of all my sensitivities, I might go emotionally numb, physically numb. I might even start to dissociate. So I no longer have to feel this pain that this person constantly afflicts upon me and doesn't want to hear my cries for help. It's not such great advice from a closed-minded person who doesn't want to accept that the actions are clearly wrong and don't want to clearly change that. Or perhaps there's other things that I have to accept and start to reject myself if I follow these wise teachings. And better to be seen and not heard. Because if I speak up for myself, then those things that I say might hit upon a nerve, upon some insecurities that bring reactions rather than responses from a person that hasn't addressed their internal pain. I bet it hurts if I touch upon it. And if I took a leaf out of their book, why are they being so sensitive? Sometimes the advice only works one way. It seems to work best when I don't get in their way by speaking up for myself. This one-sided interaction, this one-sided view where I'm not good enough to have my own self-worth, because it impedes their self-worth. I have to go my own way, because if I go their way, it seems to go round and round in circles. Round and around we go on the merry-go-round. Not feeling too merry within myself. I kind of feel entrapped. Because no matter what I do, I seem to be set up for failure by a person who views me as this. Damn if I do, damn if I don't. All this is great advice that I'm following. It gets me lost in the woods. It starts to make me look at myself with not such great eyes, as my perspective on myself becomes of that which I've received, all this abuse. Because I was too sensitive. I have to be emotionally numb. It's very hard to live my life with emotional freedom when I feel dead inside. And this is what their advice has led to. But I'm smarter than that. I know within myself this doesn't feel right. I clearly know what wrong is. And looking to the people that commit the wrong and don't want to see it as anything but will not be the people to make things right within myself. I'm standing on my own 2 feet and standing up for myself. And do I really give a flying fuck if they're inconvenienced? Because it's how I feel inside myself and how I carry this pain within myself. Better to hold on or to let some fucks go. How I conduct my life is for me to decide. And if someone has some misconduct for me, that's their issue to deal with. And I'm sorry that I'm not so empathetic to people constantly causing me pain. If they're not smart enough to know that, I'm not there to teach that lesson. That's for them to learn once they start to open up that mind a bit. I'm healing within myself and being more for myself than the painful lessons that I've learned. in mind, body, and spirit. And taking a full breath in and out. So yes, if you listen to people that only want ill intentions towards yourself, you might fall into some illness and some ill thoughts towards oneself. It's not the best people to be looking for self-direction, because they can't even direct their own life. So I'm Dion from Evolution Support Services. I offer EFT tapping one-on-one online. If you want to go a little bit further beyond these videos and deal with your specific issues, then check out evolutionsupportservices.com. If you've got benefit out of this video, then make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until the next one, I'll see you then.